of asking is how do we communicate? Yes.
Sometimes it can be hard with them when they do try stuff. We shout at them and stuff like that. But I think we have to make it something that we also follow up on to apologize to our kids when we act out because of the truth. And sometimes our emotions, they can't always control it. But I think it's definitely necessary that we do apologize to the kids when we, address them in a certain way that is wrong.
Yeah. That is true. Yeah, that's the thing, because sometimes we talk about apologizing and we did something wrong as a parent, we recognize it, we apologize, and that is good. But if it is a pattern, that apology really is used meaningless. So we need to be able to control ourselves as parents and understand that how we communicate makes a difference to our children in terms of that ingredients we're putting into that cake that we're building. So you want to say something, just so? Let's see, Hannah. Right. Right. The tone of voice. So the thing is communication is one of the key ingredients in terms of raising children effectively. And you all mentioned a number of them. When children are very young, we are big adults, and we tend to be up here talking down to them. You've got to get down to their level. Especially once it is a serious topic that you want their full attention, you always get down to their level. Do we do that? But I'm suggesting if you have a young child like that, get down to it's a serious topic because the child needs to understand. Because the child is out there pulling at something constantly and you think that you ain't serious. No, you get serious and you want the child to stop. You get down to their level, tone of voice. You're not going to be shouting at the child. You change your tone of voice. You calm the situation down. Come on. You are in control. You want the child's attention. We as adults tend to shout a lot because we're frustrated. That is really not effective. It might work for the moment. What we want as parents is for that child to understand, even when you are not around, that the action that they engage in was not appropriate. And for them to process the information and analyze it themselves, even at 2 years old, they will recognize what is right and what is wrong. The way to do it is calming the situation down, getting up to the child's level, looking the child directly in the eye, addressing the child by name, and saying, no, don't do that. To get the child's attention. I speaking to you like this and see I have all your attention. When it continue ranting and raving, when it might just be checking for the noise, checking for my facial expression, and you might be more frightened for me than anything else. And therefore you will not process what I would have just said because you are so fearful of me. And that's what happens with children. And if you want to be a good parent, that is how you go about it. Agreed? Good. So we're talking about ingredients in children. Where we at? We have communication. Anything else about communication? Time out? Bring the discipline. Bring the discipline. And if you know discipline today, if I give a discipline today when the man or the woman come next time, you ain't got nothing to talk about. Although Robert didn't do that here, but let me continue. Anything else in terms of this child that you're trying to build? I'm not speaking of communication. Part of self-confidence. Self-confidence, self-esteem. Ingredients. You want your child to be self-confident. You want your child to have good self-esteem. What that mean? I say about these terms all the time, man. I'm going to spoke them out. Tell me,
When the children take that, when the prayers are for it, they don't pray, they don't do it, but when we almost do, she's supposed to have the things off, the grown up, and all that, the basket, and then she just go get some stuff.
You break me, shake her leg off.
She had a village, she had a smart way.
No, child 2 years old, the child for the baby toys. All you need to do is take yours. Alright, good. I want that to anyone who is out there. Take yours. Yeah? And let's feel good, huh? No, let's say yes to no and no. So it's like good girl. When you do that, she will continue. You're reinforcing a behavior that you want to continue. Right? So if you're talking about discipline, you don't even have to lash your child because you're focusing on good behavior. So the child recognizes if I do this, you make mommy or daddy feel pleased. And the child is more likely to continue engaging in that behavior. You don't have to give the child a pet, ice cream, a drink, or whatever. You just do so. Words of encouragement, good girl. Mommy is very pleased. Come, give me a hug. Nah, love you. That's all the children need at that stage, you know. Then in the sweetie or I hope she cried you this morning. You know those things. Children just need reaffirming that what they did is what pleases us as parents. That's what we need to do. You do that from early. You cut out the shouting and all those things. You will end up with a child that is more well adjusted. Anything else? Yeah. So self-esteem. How do we go about? Right. Speaking good words, telling them good things about themselves. Like, give me some examples. Yes. Right. You make mommy feel good. Because I'm reassured them. Good job, yeah. So you say those things that build up the child's self-esteem. Pardon? What's that last one? Mom praises, right. So build up the child's self-esteem. Yeah, because your facial expression, you're communicating all the time. It depends on how what is on our face. Because, you know, I can look at me and say I love you, but my face tells me, I love you. You know? So, yeah. Right. So it's all that is how we communicate to them. Self-esteem is critical in raising children to become healthy adults. And those are some of the things. And as we said, confidence is similar to in line with self-esteem. But how do you go about ensure that children have the confidence in terms of being raised to be confident children? What are some things we could do with our children to ensure that they're confident? Yeah, you can spend quality time, but what? Pardon? So you encourage children, allow children to make mistakes, because I didn't stick to young children, because a child comes to take this thing off the table and it fell and you didn't shout at the child, leave that, don't touch it. What's going to happen? The child's not going to be encouraged to try it again. So unless it's something that would be detrimental to their well-being, you must allow children to make mistakes and encourage them. Encourage them to continue trying. Okay, this thing, let's clean it up together, try again. That's how they get the confidence. But if you have a parent, every time you make a mistake or something spills, something breaks, and you just shout at the child, leave it alone, don't touch it, you will never be encouraged. You need to bring out the creativity in our children. When a child, if he does scribbles at 2 or 1 year old, no, nice, good work, good job. Continue. But if you shot next time at the beer scribbles here, wasting my time. I don't know why paying them. sends the message. It's negative.
But sometimes they don't want to get the child wrong. They end up farming, but you just know that you won't see. That's again, how confident you are. What's this picture? That picture look good. Like, the grandma was sick, grandma. I draw this, I pretty. So it's still giving how the little things there.
If it test, so you tested the judge?
Leave the outside world to touch your children. They will get enough touch outside. Home is for them to be loved all.
Yeah, but when you're going that won't mean that.
I suggest to you, ma'am, I suggest you could have simply asked, you know, what is this? What is this? Leave it there. What is this? Let the child explain to you what it is. Because then the child might say this.
Sometimes children do that right, but you just ain't not bad, but you just doing that to see like if
No,
somebody come and
no, you don't
but
have
for me, I just see it like I'm for you children to school to do science.
No. I am suggesting to you, no. That is like me trying to beat my child so when the child get to school and so I beat them the hard already. That's like me cursing the child because I know outside in the outside world you're gonna get cursed. So let me curse you. So when somebody curse you, you prepare for the cursing.
Yeah.
What she said is correct. They're gonna get cursed anyway. But they need to understand that your home environment is a safe place to be. And it is in your home environment that you reinforce the positive things. If they get cursed at home and cursing outside, then they look someplace else for it. So do not not that we're telling our children that it's a great sing event, I know in my heart you really sound good. But in truth and fact, it isn't for us to determine at that stage whether you're good or bad or whatever. Just encourage them and they will find a way one way or the other. Again, example of my son. My son was going to school at primary school and he at he goes to run in every race come last. So much so that my son was born in that. That had a race and had fat boys in, sorry to put it this way, that had a fat boys race and he ran in it and he come last. When my son went to come here in third form, I know my son cannot run. And one day he came, Daddy, I run in the race and they come and they want me to run into school. I said, boy, move around me. I don't run in the race.
Oh God, that's not cool.
But I tell you facts, and you need to learn from my mistakes. But in truth and fact, the boy then was a good athlete. He started with the children and he went around and represented the school into school sports. No, because he always was a sports person, prepared for hit football, everything else. So children develop at different stages. Yeah. So if we knock them very early, not understanding that later on in life they develop a particular skill or whatever. But if we suffocate them and push them down from early, their creativity and their talent will not blossom. So that is why I would suggest to you all to not be saying those negative things to children. Just find out what is it. And I'll tell you something. We can learn quite a lot from our children from the art world. Because they struggle, mommy, and that is what it is. They draw a family. Yeah, they draw a family and you see mommy there and daddy up there and their child up there. That tells a story. How they view the family relationship. That's what's going on. So understand that you need to look at those things when you're dealing with your children. So communication is one of the ingredients. What else? Anything else? Stability. You all agree with that?
Yeah. That's the argument.
You say friendship? Alright. Stability, friendship, security. I'm really not sure about this friendship thing. Because as a parent, I'm not, No, let's define because let's deal with friendship. You need to have a good, healthy relationship with your child that your child can communicate with you at any time and feel comfortable. If you define that as friendship, I don't know. But I wouldn't necessarily define it as friendship. I prefer to see it as a healthy parent-child relationship where the communication is a healthy relationship. So it can be a sense of friendship because in terms of relating to your children, I always believe that one should be able to laugh with your child. You know, let them see the seriousness in you, but they also need to see the playfulness in you. You need to be able to play with your children. Don't be so upset. So if you call that friendship, yeah. But I don't, when we talk about friendship, you don't see it in that type of life. So I would not necessarily determine it as friendship, but I would determine it more as healthy relationships where there's all the change and have the correct balance. Alright? Structure. One of the things you need in with children is structure. Maybe come back to what somebody says about responsibility. Responsibility, but so structure is very important. Children need structure. Agree? That's why we have certain bedtime. You suggest bedtime. You go outside, you come back in as in my time before say the dark. Whatever. Children need structure. Let me hear you. Before which? Yeah. That's not happen? Why? You know that? So you just let your child say right, oh well like that. And it's be right in front of us. But you know, we didn't get to this later. Some people has got their children running off with this, they don't know what the child is. Right? So structure is very important in terms of your child having a healthy development. Because even if you're in different family structures, have a visiting relationship where the father maybe gets the child on the and so on, it needs to be patterned. Sometimes when we have to make recommendations in terms of custody and access, some people want to say, let me share the child to school. You get the child Monday, I get it Tuesday, you get it Wednesday. I'm a Tuesday teacher. Yes. So you need structure so the child understands. Because by the time the child goes school day today, and they go out, they left the book by the father, it's very confusing. Right. Right. Yeah. So structure is very important. What the other ingredients nobody mentioned? Education. You mentioned education. Everybody else here that except me. Are you listening? You need to come to my level and communicate effectively with me. Or tell me about education though. What's education? Part of Black history? The process of learning what? ABC. Life skills. Learning trade. Languages. Learning themselves. They will never stop learning. Learning culture. And how does that education process take place? Small, that telling me nothing because we understand from small to learn. ABC. Yeah, that's part of it. Start with the stomach. Everybody know that, right? No, apparently everybody don't know that. So educate us. So let's focus on learning from the stomach. Somebody want to tell me about learning from the stomach part? They may not understand, so let's educate them.
You talk to them as a parent, you let them listen to music, you
So children is understand that way you go and also because they communicate with them, so when they come home now, that's when they, you don't surprise me or miserable because they hear you talking to them from things inside, so that's a sense of connection.
Connection.
As a parent, a mother to baby.
Y'all believe that? Huh? Y'all believe that?
When you talk to them, they talk. Yeah, but when they say you talk to them, that's the only time they
You did that? It worked? She got a lot of kicks. I said, when you talk here, oh! Huh? You want kicks a lot? Right, the about kicks.
No, I used to push she back when we see her, so she read me back and then she kicked me. So this again, if we were
So from early she thought the child would be violent. But in all seriousness, I understand. Yeah, you allow it. To use your natural instinct. But it's very important because we talk about talking and rubbing the stomach and encouraging and all. But we also have the opposite. When the parent, the woman might be going through turmoil. Sometimes many relationships end during pregnancy. Sometimes there are a lot of conflict which takes place within the household during pregnancy. Children, same how the child hears certain soothing music and words, and the child picks up from the mother's own emotions at that particular junction. And therefore it affects the child. So children can be affected negatively or positively, depending on what is happening within the environment during pregnancy. So education, we all agree, is important. You have questions? Or you just go ahead? So therefore, there are different ways that you go about in terms of education. There's the formal education where you go to the nursery or within the home environment, and the child needs to be stimulated. You need to understand some of those things to help stimulate children and what is appropriate for which they do and so on. Alright? Sensory, that's a beautiful word. Explain it to those who don't understand.
Well, in different age groups and stuff, it can start from like 0 to 2 and 6, you know, 0 to 3, 3 to 6, 6 to 9, and so on. So depending on the group, it determines different sensory things in the group. So then, it starts with something you got to go over to and over. So depending on the age of the child, you will use different sensory tools to help yourself. You can do Montessori to work. It depends on what group you do.
You know, a lot of people in understand what you just said. But they don't want to tell you so. But when you know, I'm not knocking you, but you got to break it down a bit more because when you say Montessori, a lot of people in here
So
know.
Montessori is learning through play. So instead of going to the board and teaching you, would finish up, okay, we can start block, but in that way you still know how to do levels and different colors and how to point. So in Montessori, what this play thing is like a pyramid, but it only works to the shape and the color. So if the colors aren't linked up, the shape is not going to work. So the child feel like they're playing with blocks, but they're actually learning to color coordinate. So they go like yellow, blue, black. And then they got this thing called the pink tower. So it goes from big to small. But you can't put small on the bottom because then it's not going to balance. So, yeah.
All of these toys are like play toys, but also like
Educational, yeah.
So really and truly, what she is saying is that when children play, they're learning. And we as adults don't fully understand that problem or how in the past never really embraced it fully. You just see children playing. But we don't understand that when a child takes up a little toy, helps with the fine motor skills, the small pea or so helps what we call fine motor skills. When it picks up a truck or bus, helps with gross motor skills. So that is why you encourage the child to play. Now, when the child is playing, it is also an opportunity in terms of education. Because two children are playing, is one toy. They learn to share, take turns. And you know, as a parent, you have to say, no, you have to let Johnny a chance to play. Okay? I should use Johnny because Johnny, I say Johnny, it's not many son like over 50 or so. So I should say that it's Shaquan or Shaquila, right? That's more younger there. So you need to let, so you understand that these are teachable moments and it's just about play. It's motor skills, fine motor skills, social skills, and we talk about, behavioral, we talk about there's certain activities we do in terms of reading and so on, language development, and then when we speak, that's all part of language development, when the children are playing and you're communicating with them. So you're communicating, they're playing, they're enjoying it, and they're still teachable moments, they're being educated. You teach them about 1, 2, 3, 4, when you have apples, you don't have to use anything inside the house. You know, you can use anything inside the house. Because children, you go and buy a toy for the child and the child play with the ball. You know they play with the ball. I got all the set toys and my grandson is playing with clothespins. Destroy every single one. Right, clothespins. So you can teach them how to talk with clothespins. You can have different colors and show them the colors. Right? So that's how you learn. That's how they learn. And you grab every opportunity for it to be a teachable moment. When you're making breakfast for them, they're very young, talk to them. This is an apple. This is an orange. They're not going to get it right the first time, but you continue to say it over and over. And when they're ready, they're going to say it. But when we just go there and rush and and come, sit down there, eat that, and go on and get ready, no. As parents, if you want your child to be confident, if you want your child to have self-esteem, this is the goal, of course. If you want your child to grow up and to be able to communicate properly and effectively, this is the type of approach you use. We as parents don't do it often enough, and that is on us. We make every excuse in the world. I rush into work, I late, I turn, I got no help. We make excuses. The child are theirs. You see that? Child are theirs. Child are theirs. Alright, so y'all are good bakers? Yeah. Y'all are good bakers? Yeah. She is? So you have the ingredients for your child. Is there anything else you need to put in your child? That's all you need? Anybody keep it calm? Secretary, you keep it calm? No, call the names. Recap. Secretary, you captain. Love? Guys, what? Guidance? Yeah. Spiritual wellness. Health. Communication. Self-esteem. Structure. Sensory. You said education?
Oh, yeah.
That's a big one. Yes? Land? You puzzle too, right? You puzzle. It's a man thing. Well, you go again. I just said no, but no land. We put in ingredients. Well, it all depends. Now that's a very important question. Now I'm going to throw that back at you. Because we baking a cake, we have these ingredients. I want you to think about your child at 20 years old. What qualities you want your child to have at 20 years old? Respectful and here. Smart. Manly. Productive member. You take it not secretary or they moving too fast for you. Be honest. Adaptable. accountability, honest, responsible, to be a leader. Yeah, Randy? I heard you. What? Values? Good values. Independent. Morally what? Morally responsible. Anything else?
Good health, be able to work, financial.
Good health, good interpersonal relationships, trustworthy. You gotta think about these things, you know. Think about them, because if you have a child 2 years old, if you're pregnant now, whatever is going on, if the child is 5 years old, you have to have an idea what you want the outcome to be, how you want that cake to be. Good time management. You hear that? Good time management, and don't turn up here after 10. Even if somebody had to pick you up at the come late. Good time management. And let's stick a pin there for a second though, because in our culture, and because really, if we want our children to be different, we need to show them the correct way. Right. And it shows that, and you need to show them how to go through that process to be on time. You prepare yourself for the things that you could prepare beforehand. Don't wait till the last moment to go pressing the clothes or running down to make breakfast. Always give yourself a little bit for accidents on the road, or the traffic to the bar, or the bus to be late, and things like that. Yes, I recognize your hand. Have a big ego?
No.
They don't agree.
Explanation. Ready?
So ego is. No, hold on. Listen. Ego is really, I don't know how to explain it. Ego is really not the best word to use there. Because you spoke about like having your own business and things, that's dealing with being financially independent. That might also have to do with being ambitious. But not ego. Ego has to do with the inward. Right, so the word ego has to do with more like the person believing that they know everything. And right, so the ego is not the word, it's being ambitious and so on. Anything else? So we get at that there? 20 years old, those are the qualities you want in your child. 20 years old, those are the qualities you want in your child. That is the cake that is coming out. That's the final product. And what we discussed earlier was some of the ingredients that we put into the cake. And that's the end product. We don't want our cake to be burnt. We don't want steak in the middle. We want it to be well balanced. So therefore, those ingredients that you put in, you can't open the oven too early. Because if you open the oven too early, that means sometimes when we want our children to be adults before the time, or we want them to be women and forthright, we expose them to too many adult things beforehand, and then too womanish or too mannish, and we got this happening of calling our young boys big man. We need to stop it. It's so cute. But we need to stop it because it sends a message. He ain't a big man, he's a child. And you need to treat him as a child. Stop it. So if we push it too early, open up the oven too early, expose the child too early, it crack and cake in the middle get it. Nobody in the want it. Nobody in the want that cake. Anybody that want a cake is just boy looking for crumbs. You just want crumbs. We want a well-rounded cake. So that when different people come, you got options. But when you got the cake, of course, right? It's just any and any boy. Yeah. So therefore, we need to get the ingredients right. And if we do those things that we discussed earlier, chances are the cake will be. And the cake don't have to be perfect, you know. We just have to have it within a certain balance, a certain range. You don't have to be 100%. You can be between 90 to 100%. Not every cake will come out exactly perfect. There's always room for a little variation. But you don't want it burned, or you don't want sinking or cracked. Agreed? Good. So you all understand what you need to do as parents. Because I could ask you now, I said at 20, that's what you were born. But I can ask you the same question. I'm going backwards. At 15, how would you want to tell what is quality? But it is the same qualities you just mentioned? Pardon? Yes. So the same qualities that we mentioned? So I bring it to 10. Is it the same thing? You have a different one each day? Well, you can't be working, you've got to work on all of them the same thing, or you've got to work on communication, education, all at the same time. So you put everything inside there and you beat up the cake now and you mix it up. You put them on at stages, but you're doing communication now, you can't do education at the same time. You got to do all the same thing. I got to do everything. They complement each other. No, the same one. Alright, let's hear the debate. Alright, let's start. Everybody got big in there. Hold on. I like it. Start here. Oh, I got me wrong to everybody. Let me hear your view. So, she want all I want. That's alright. What's yours? Come together. Yours is all I want to. Yours is all I want. That's who said? Right. Okay, that's yours. What about you? You will say the same thing because you really want to talk much. I talk about that. How you guys going? Let me hear you. Say this. You don't sound very good. Alright, that's your view. Yeah, let me hear you. Hold on, everybody get a chance to talk. Alright, so you better then bit by bit. Yeah. Right. I'm going to do a foundation ingredients as relates to each other. No, you want to use that. Yeah. Exactly.
So the person who wants to know the starting from now, so the cake got her right. Well,
Alright, so in your explanation, you're saying for this, that the basic foundation,
and you will build on.
no, okay, great. Okay, great, got you. Yeah, let me hear you. All in one. Right. Right. Okay, so your position is you put it all on one and we move from there. And you agree with her. And you agree with her. Oh, start it from the quiet. Start from the bottom. Before the wall. I don't understand before the wall, but and then in terms of the ingredients and the list of the things that we present to our children, before the wall. So you're not putting in all in one. You're putting in some at a time. Okay. What's your position? All in one. What's yours? You like you're sure? You take a look. You take a bit of that. Ah, you ready? Yeah. 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 Okay. Yeah, according but all in one. Yes, what's yours? Okay, great. Yes, what's your position? All in one. What's yours? All in one. What's yours? All in one. All in one with right measurement. So the all in one seems to happen with the right measurements. You like the right measurement part? You get on bench yet, right? I get you. You still do all three, right? I would suggest the all in one is the correct approach. The thing is that you don't, especially when you're young, you just take initial like this communication. Because communication might just be a little communication that get a little older, communication will very different. Love will always be love, different, and it changes always. And they always need the education to talk. So you need to be all in one. It's a little bit and it's gradual and it might improve. And sometimes like the case, sometimes you put a little bit and then you taste it and then you put in a little bit more and you recognize that you need more of this taste to get the balance strength. It's not so with the child because depending on the needs of the child and so on, you might have to put in more of this and get the balance strength. Right. But all what we described this morning, all the things that you said, all of them need nearly at the beginning stage right through. But exactly. Right. So to me it is all but the measurement and application and it always you need to balance it and change it, that's what we need to work on. Yeah? Okay. Alright, so then we have our perfect cake. So that goes up from 20 to 15 to 10 to 5 to when the child is a baby and it's going to reverse in terms of how you describe it. That makes sense? So we're going to go home today. I'm going to look at the children, look at the children, take the child to school. Alright. What time are you supposed to finish? What time are you supposed to finish? 2 o'clock. You want me to use the tool, huh? No,
you want me to turn on the
no, I don't want to be able to put it down. I like put it down. I thought it was the tire. pops, right?
Yeah.
I didn't give you all some handout here. I just jot down some parenting myths and pops. And you tell me if any of these, you can read them and y'all will determine which one y'all want me to, we can talk about. Alright, hang on more. No, no, I mean, I just, you know that I'm a lawyer from. Already. No, I'm not saying about that place. It's not a body, it sounds dear to us. Yeah. Number four. What's number four? Bend the tree man is young. Send me back my ball. Bend the tree man is young. Y'all want to talk about that?
I don't know what that means.
Bend the tree man is young. Let's talk about bend the tree man is young. She said, selected that one. Bend the tree man is young. Is that a fact or is it a myth? A myth. Y'all agree that's a myth? All y'all agree that's a myth? Who disagrees? Yeah, you disagree. You disagree. Yeah. Talk about it. Come, argue, make your point. Tell me where you agree or where you disagree. Yeah. Bending the tree do what? Yes, sir, I want to hear your voice on that. Bend the tree, bend the tree.
Were you betting it for? Which way?
Yeah, let me hear you. Oh. I see a hand like that. But to them, they're spread. A palm?
Yeah.
You want it, come, let's talk to me. You want yours to be straight. You want yours to be straight, right? But you know sometimes a tree, you bend, and you might go straight in it up. So it might be going so and you go to bend it back. But you really think that it's always straight? I never know a child that is always straight. He could behave, but he will never. I is not a child in this world. I don't care who he is. There's not a child. It has not. It does not.
And I will say I am worrisome because I don't know what will come. But so far, I can say I had no straightening to do.
You had. I never lived with you.
I'm also
But
not speaking
straight.
on him. I'm also not speaking on him that I will have to increase maybe he's going to be fine and we will get.
No, listen. Let me say this. All children, parents have to guide them. A child will take this ball and put it in the toilet bowl. Yeah? You bend it. You as a parent, when we talk about bending the tree now, the bending is not going to be nice to hear. It's just you teaching the child, no, you don't put the ball in the toilet bowl, that's all. The extreme. And I'm suggesting, no, but that's not what it's about. Right. And discipline does not mean beating. So bending the tree does not mean lashing. Bending the tree just means to discipline and to guide the child. Because when you bend the tree, all you're doing is guiding the tree in the direction, you know. You have a tree bending over by your neighbor's place like this. You take a piece of string and put it back here and take it down and the tree is straight down. And that's it. In terms of bending the child, it don't mean utilizing the child or anything so. It just means that you as a parent will have to set boundaries for the child to get the child to go in a path that you as the parent believe is the correct path. Because your belief and my belief are two different beliefs. What you determine to be the correct path might be different that way. Understand that? So bending the tree when it's young, all it means is to provide structure, discipline in the direction that you want the child to go in. Yeah? Any others? Catch my ball, man. Clear to me.
You must treat this like father, like son, like mother, like daughter.
That's awkward. Like father, like son. Like mother, like daughter. You believe that? No. Fact or fiction?
The only thing that they could just be is just not a little, but they're never be like the father. You might got a little mother personality or hostility. That's an error because I got a friend and the only thing we shut off he or study and then everything is mother. It's like mother did like each other, like, alright, my son-in-law, I love, right? My son-father, so important. He don't talk, he don't make, so it can't be like
I'm calling you for this time.
Every father husband is taking a bird that his mother was telling wife and not boy or attorney. And it's all again in attitude. It's all in what you do or every one of you how you react, the attitude that was coming. So that was father and son. That's a total, to get to water,
So you're saying your son is more like you, the mother.
no, it's like because, no, seriously, because things that I would never try to do or I would never do, like, he would do, but yet me and his father, we never do these things.
Alright. So let me hear somebody else. Anybody else have an opinion like father? Yeah.
I don't know. Sometimes in some cases, maybe, but I think they got
Oh, that's what you
want. I got the more, like, the more I go to the same word, I got the more things to be fine. I feel like it's the same in me. So, I feel in some cases, I don't know what to and I never left my father
Any problem? Okay. Yeah, anyone else? You want to do what? I want to do okay. Let me hear you go. You know the picture you're all there, brother. You play one back up.
You wanna break back up?
Nothing else up here. Alright. I believe, depending on how you were raised, and because if you raised in the same home as both parents, you could pick up certain characteristics as both parents. And depending on who is the dominant person within the relationship, within the household, you might determine who you might be like. If you're raised in separate households, right. Right, so there's also different things. So if you raised in separate households, you know, it might be with your mother or father or whatever, the chances for that person outside of the household to influence you will be reduced. So we could be here debating this, but as I say, you live with your grandparents, and if you had very little interaction, or even if the interaction you had is very limited, the chances for influence will be reduced. Because sometimes if you raised in a household, and you having constant interaction, children pick up quite a lot of the mannerism of that person within the household. Agree? Sometimes how you walk. Look, my children goes in the nursery. Child 2 years old goes in the nursery. Grandson will come home and sit down. And when he sit down, he will slow. Oh Lordy! That's the auntie, taking she dressed, put it between she legs when she said, no, say, oh Lordy. Pick up what you see and you repeat it constantly. You know, and if you watch the children within your household, they pick up certain things from you and the same kind of person. How they speak. Some things they show off, but then there's certain things that they keep. My son, I am a domestic person. You know, that means I clean a lot. I wash the mirrors, I clean and everything. My son is a free. You know, so it is something you pick up. You get up from your grandmother. You get up from your grandmother. So if I said like Bible itself, just meaning like the persons who work in your life have a great influence in terms. So therefore, it does not only just have to relate to the father or the mother. Those persons who work in your life that plays with you pick up a lot of their characteristics and their habits.
But you don't know, when you know in this time, I find in my time, this would be so that's another thing too that I was saying, like, for me, I really like say that
Right, so like father, like son, I think I kind of explained it. Depending on where you were raised, you pick up certain characteristics and habits from the significant person that was within your life as a child, and then those characteristics stay with you into adulthood. If you grow up in a household where your father is simply mother and son, sometimes that might carry yourself. If you come up in a household where you saw your father respected his mother, sometimes I'm not saying to go one diaper, people can divert and want to make a conscious effort to do certain things. But chances are they might be back into that situation even at the same time walk of life.
Well, the type of for that the young couple, all the people want to. The law firm has a mother and a father, or living apart from home. But this is to me, some of the then they got the world of problems, but they don't see them in the and we have a whole period, we just wrong about everything. We gonna be constant of putting up, we can put it in competition. So it's really, so they go back to so sometimes I wonder like why you put that next portion and why them enjoy them in their front or like the ones that
Or if you want to veer off in a direction I don't necessarily want to veer off in, but just the response you it depends on the experience because different children have different experiences. But from my experience is that even if you have a bad mother or father, when people live in a situation, they long for the parent. They long to have a relationship with the parent. Whether it's
children have got home yeah.
that is because the ingredients are from them. The ingredients you put in them, maybe it's not the correct ingredients.
So suppose that your grandmother was always there and bringing them up, and when you know she's going on, that means that she need a high ingredient food.
The grandmother,
Now, when you look at that, now, who will help me bring?
the grandmother bring up, you talk about your grandchildren.
No, I talk about children. Now, they know your grandmother, and they know your grandmother, so for me, they really have a problem. Any problem they have, they always have to
Right, and now she's gone. Wow.
But remember,
Or and then move on, and then one up, the one talk about on there. Number 5. What's number 5? That's what you want to talk about? I'm trying, but you ain't my name. You might have a mother that.
a mother and father,
Hold on, let me hear you. Let's not repeat what you just said here. Right. Okay. Wait, one at a time. Wait, one at a time. Wait. One thing you will learn is one person. She's at the same. She has before than you.
It's very necessary. So I try to accommodate my friends, I think mother, to try to see if they got uncles, cousins, or anything weird, or around them, that they should try to get this thing, years, in their life, for the children.
Okay. That's your opinion. That's your opinion. What's your opinion? Anyway, don't tell me you know that lot there, so talk to everybody. Talk to me, though. You want to talk yet? You want? That's all we can find. Y'all listen to that father figure out something. Anybody over here want to ask? Father, you could say, you know, you're just a... Anybody got anything to ask? We're gonna get it again. Is that what I said? Right. No, that, you take, no, that, what you just said is very important. Because we have a way of saying certain things. Let me talk about, and I don't want that word here, but let's talk about people who work in games and so on, who have to get inducted to the belt and the state and so on. People argue that, you know, if they get my ass cut, and look at him today as a good man, as a good woman. But then when you really check the individual might have problems in developing proper relationships. Individual might got drinking problems. The individual might got a problem learning or concentrating. Certain things which link, if you really study, is linked back to what they experience as children. Now, I am not saying that there are circumstances, as you rightly say, if you got good as a single parent. But what impact it has on the child before having that positive, real father figure in the child's life. And it's just staying positive. Likewise, vice versa. Because certain children are raised by fathers without a mother. So it will be healthy if a child has a positive mother figure or father figure in their lives. So yes, if it has to be that you're raised without a father, it can be done. The mother can do her best. But we also recognize that a male ought to be different than a female. One of my boys is totally different than one of your boys. Hey, this is up to you. I saw it, that's all. Sorry. Alright, I'll check you. Yeah, you saw me, and I'll tell you my voice. Don't use it, don't use it. So seriously, the male voice without even having to think. And generally speaking, when a male speaks and he controls his tone and everything, gets the attention. And women, I gotta be careful because women have a way of going on and on and on. Yes. Whereas the man that speaks once and the child, as I said, and the child will say, but the women generally speaking go on and on and pray and night and after what and the child will go. And you still be going and going and going and going. But the man is saying, you know what? Sit down there. And boy sit down. Is that true?
Yes, it happens.
In most cases,
The children be praying for the men.
and it's don't be. Okay, that's one aspect. In one aspect.
Even if the beat them, you can beat them and you can play yourself.
Yes, but they could also know.
He gonna turn around, he gonna beat you and he end up in box.
Alright, let's look at the other side because there's certain activities men will do with his children that generally women don't do. Not in say can, they could, but it's even if they do it, it's different. Flying the kite, making the kite, playing cricket, playing football. Women can play football, women can play cricket, but men tend to do it a bit different. Yeah? Simple thing. A male child grew up in a household with 6 females. He got a bar, and he got a rubber towel around him, holding a rubber towel. And So something like that can come natural because unless you insist that he doing that way, he will just follow what we see. So there are a lot of things that women will do.
Not girly, because when get people on the box that will be girly, but there is difficult push to go more. Yeah, not that girly.
Alright, so we have this discussion, and you see the importance of having maybe a male role model. Because it's not to say that if a woman has to raise a child for herself, she cannot do a good job given the circumstances. But we understand that there are certain differences, certain basic differences in terms of, yeah. Because women are good at doing the things with their hand and making fixing the body. Some women are good at that. But generally speaking, you find men of any kind of belong and show the world to do the job and so on and so forth, or fixing his character or whatever. Those things are almost unnatural or will learn. So it doesn't say that it cannot be done, but what we shall will be exposed to is direction to the good. Okay? So. Alright, yeah. Anything else you want to look? Anything else there that you want to look? Number 6 was number 6. Oh, Lord. What do you know what a nuclear family is? Right. Nuclear family, mother, father. So you all agree with that or disagree? You agree? I thought you go there talking a lot when you voice can't agree. You actually look like me? Right. Some explain maybe. You know maybe? It could either be by marriage or common law. And common law is when you're married and you live on the same roof. Right. So that is good. Let me ask a question. So first of the other family structures, that is clear. Anybody else? Explain to us what the extended family. You hear? So the extended family is where maybe grandparents can live, the mother, aunts, grandchildren, and so on, all under one roof. Right? So we have the extended, we have the nuclear. And then the family structure. What? And on top of it, most likely be the extended. And then the family structure. Single and what? Compound? Common law? Okay. I call that the blended family. A blended family where you have the mother and the stepfather and some stepchildren blended. Yeah? And then you have the single. Single where the mother or the father along with the children. Yeah? Any other family structure? Foster. Foster is where explain. Or someone else explain. There's a difference between foster and adoption. Explain. Wait, let's give her a chance to go through the same.
Foster is when you go for a period of time. Adoption is when you're legally or
Right. Fostering, because some of us grew up in years ago, the next door neighbors to kind of keep us and keep there and everything that's almost like a foster. But the formal foster arrangement has to be done to the child care board, where the child care board vet the person, assess them, and then place the child with them and monitor the placement there. Right, that's informal foster placement. I would say that is our informal foster arrangement where You're going to live by your next door neighbor or somebody and to raise you. Adoption, as she correctly said, is a legal process. You assess, and then you're placed with each person, and that person raises you like they're biological child. Any other family structures? You have the group home where a person might be raised in a certain zone. That's the one structure. And then, pardon? School. School? No. What do you mean by school? No, that's not in terms of what it is. That's in terms of family structure. Because you don't live at these schools. So then you have something, you have communal family structure. Similar to it's like a village. And the whole village raised you, and you live on the one roof or so, but the number of people who eat and drink and sleep and all the, so that's the communal family structure. And then you have the one that is same-sex family structure. This is to make a bit more detail, where people of same-sex raise two men, right? Yeah. So, having given that as the family structure, going back to the original question, the nuclear family is the best family structure to raise a child. Let me ask a question by you. Those persons who were, when you were 10 years old, did you reside in a nuclear family structure after, I guess I explained that to you, when you were 10 years old? But you raise a hand, those in this group, one person, two persons, 3, 4. Okay. Well, more people raising the hand. What is like what's going to show a nuclear family structure? Alright, let me ask another question, but you raise the hand. Those persons when you were 10 years old were in extended family structure. You can extend it because you were sure. You too, very sure. Alright. Who were 10 years old in a blended family structure? Blended is when you raise the stepfather and mother and so on. I'm really, I wasn't sure what the family structures are. That's what at 10 years old, that's what, but because you know people live, or let me do this again. A nuclear family is a family in which you live with your mother and father. They can either be married or they can be in a common law relationship under the same. At 10 years old, those who work in a nuclear family, please stand up. You sit down. Yeah, let me hear you. Grandma and grandfather. Right, that's a nuclear family. Yes? Good. 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 Yes, that's a nuclear family. But those persons who were living in an extended family when they were 10 years old, this would be your grandparents, your brothers, your sister, your aunt, uncle, in the same household. Stand up, please. Stand up, please. Good. No government here. Grandparents, extended family. Good. Sit down, please. Thank you. For those who didn't stand up yet, can you please stand up now? Explain what type of family you were in. Okay, you're at 10 years old. Explain what type of family you were in at 10 years old. Right. Explain what type of family. What explain what type of family. Okay, alright, you all said now you continue standing up. You are in many families at 10 years old. Look at you family structure you were in at 10 years old. Explain this.
Okay, so at 10 years old, at one point I was living with my aunt.
years old, at one point I was living with my stepmother. At 10 years old, at one point I was living with my father. I was with my father. And then at one point I was living with my father and my stepmother.
Okay. So she has experience of all nearly. At one point, what?
At 10, I was also living with my father and my brother.
Right. Okay. Right. Now, that now what the exercise they can do with you all, they could ask you all what are some of the advantages living within these family structures. Anybody want to tell me the advantage of living in this particular family structure you were in at 10?
Benefit, advantage, how you know, like, what you mean, like.
Or somebody else? No, somebody.
Advantage, because it could be good or it could be.
Somebody will tell you. Tell me what you think is the advantage. Your great grandparents taught you a lot. Okay. Any other advantage? All right. Had options in this single and nuclear. Let me hear your options. Options like what? Right. Okay, that's an advantage. No, that in itself is an advantage because in her situation, because what you might find is in a single parent household, the stress level might be greater for that individual as a parent because they have to do almost everything with the child. In her situation, as she said, she had options. That one, you can do that, not do it. So therefore, from that in itself might be an advantage. Another, yeah, anybody else want to? Because there's different right. So she sees that as an advantage because as you know right. As growing up as a single parent, you have to develop maybe a little quicker. And especially if you're the older child in the single parent household, you have to take responsibility. So that there could be an advantage or that also could be a disadvantage. Because when the older one having to take on the responsibility, many times, sometimes you end up having to miss school to take care of the young one. Sometimes you have so much pressure on you when something goes wrong with you. Right, sometimes the younger child, when something goes wrong, they blame you, and you get nervous and anxious and so on. Right. Taking care of you. And then sometimes when you become older on the back of your face. Yes. So the advantages, and we could go through this exercise, extended family, the advantages, when someone's in the wrong, there's an aunt to take care of you, there's always someone. Disadvantage could be that there isn't enough space inside the space and everybody's business. The chair clothes, they get Amazon clothes and you don't get clothes sometimes. Because back in the day, that's how we operate. Yeah? But then it's camaraderie and so on, you know, the share and so on, that's an advantage. They develop a little quicker because you have different people. But also disadvantage could be because there's so many different adults in the household. Following rules and instruction, your grandparents name one rule, your mother telling something else, and there's the conflict, you don't know who to follow.
Because if we like, I go back to this, everybody got their kids, you say, you got one thing that that was
so I can give you a gift because they know you can take that. They call it a gift from you. You can love. You have a good time. What's my gift? You see that typically of children. One first, one child, then all the children, they do this again. Yeah, okay, everybody listen to her face.
So I have that.
Go again.
had a very traumatic experience when we were good today.
That's your pitch? You think she showed me on pitch?
I had 3 good points.
You have 1 good point.
I think that I said the lover.
The pitch was not going to say the pitch one? Right, that's your pitch? Oh. Right.
Now, wait a minute, everybody part.
It was a much, so you didn't get much. So you don't. Yes, ma'am. Wait, listen, one person out the floor. Wait, listen, walk me, for that man, what was it? Yeah. Right. You had to adapt, so you had faith. Okay. And you said that to say anything you just informed us. That's your pitch? Oh, right. Okay, she a pitching. I think her. Yeah. You just telling me that, right? Wait. You wait. Answer me. You look at me. Yes. No, man. Let me answer you. Well, put my hand to go on, man. No, put my hand to go get. No, I'm talking to secretary.
Listen, so that means they got that means they got crazy again.
Wait, one at a time. Yes, never family structure. Right. Wait, hold on, let her finish. Let me hear you. No, you're going well. I agree with you, though. It's like you partner next to you.
Because she talking, but she never, she don't know. She don't know what she talking.
I give you a gift. Yeah. Wait, oh Lord, you are hard enough for that.
Look, she got you wrong, I wrote, she go okay, and it comes from what?
But I understand her point. She is the only one that grew up in a group home, right? And that is why she got the gift. She saw uniqueness and she shared her story. And I work at the child care board, so I know how that is.
She wants to get this.
And you blend up for yourself at this point.
I need therapy, bro.
You need therapy? All right. All right. No, I found this for everybody. I mean, no, next time the next person comes and
Listen,
let's people.
attitude, look at the attitude for you.
Let's people, before we move on, is there any other one of those lists or facts you want me to speak about that any other one? Y'all heard that, right? Number 11. You know what that's all about? Children who are emotionally abandoned and neglected early in life have problems in terms of attachment.
Yeah.
That's a fact?
Yeah.
Talk to me. Or one at a time. hear
Sometimes they will be withdrawn, they don't know because they communicate. So, when they see the behavior group, you give the behavior still, they still not here. Because the way Panda, again, was,
okay, wait, I got me wrong. You want to say something? Making ends meet. Making ends meet. Right. Right. So
So it is be hard, it is, why is but what's not for the children,
right. Right.
It's because
Right.
sometimes you should feel they are including
Yeah. Because that's all.
feel like, oh, sometimes you know, okay, but it will count
Yeah. Hard time for sharing because that there in itself tells the story. Sometimes we get so caught up in making ends meet that we do not communicate effectively when we talk about the ingredients. It's communicating, and how do we communicate? It's by the love and affection and attention and so on that we spoke about. Anybody else? I got it wrong. Anybody? This I want to share? Right.
But you would have functioned. For like, I mean, the relationship with marriage, like, my father and I, they got fish with me. I told them last week. So, okay. 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 So you want all cheese? Oh, you want all cheese? Thank you.
That is good, like, that is good for me, like, yeah, like, it's not kind of, it's kind of like, just a real,
Right.
I don't know, like, everything now,
Right. Because sometimes it's when you constantly move and there's not the stability and grounding, sometimes it's very hard because you almost feel like you got to get up and move again. The person is disappeared again. So you don't feel secure, the secure attachment, which is absolutely necessary for children to feel when they're very young, because that's the grounding. If you're constantly moving, that there's no one there to show you that love and affection, you have those issues and challenges. Anybody else where I want to add? Keith? Right, because that number 11 relates to, and if we could go back to what I described it, the ingredients we put in from very early. Things like understanding that the world is a safe and secure place is very important. Many years ago, they did an experiment in, I think it was Germany, where they had young babies all lined up in a facility. And there was no one talking to those children for a long period of time. When the children pampers needed to be changed, nobody changed them. The message that was sent to those young children is wrong. Nobody cares. Neglect. no communication to the children. So the message is, this world is an unsafe, uncaring world. If we send that message to our children, and some of us in this room can experience that to some extent, because if we have young children, and if we don't change the child pamper when the child cries, we're not talking about a minute, hours, or whatever, we're talking about hours, 2 hours, and so I ain't gonna talk about the rash. It's a sense of discomfort. And it means that I am here crying, nobody is taking care of my needs. So after a while, I become numb. And that's what we experience. When I cry because I fall or hurt myself, I'm not suggesting you go around and take it. But if you do that and the child is crying constantly and broken, it sends a message nobody cares. It's almost not I got to depend on myself. It's the only thing that I have to depend on. Don't look for any help coming my way. Because he or she sees me crying or nobody sees me. So I have to deal with it myself. I'm very early. That's how she is. She said that. And that's how children think. So it is very important. It is critical that as parents, we provide the comfort for our children, not neglecting them, not abandoning them. Because if we do that, the long-term impact is going to be detrimental. It's going to be detrimental. And people will want to know why I behave in this way. Why I don't feel love, or why I don't show affection, or why I appear so numb, is because of what happened to the child from very early. Great. Alright, so that's number 11. Anybody want anything else?
Number 8.
Number 8 is
Children should be seen and not heard.
alright. That means a discussion, everybody agrees. But in order to break, pardon? There's a time that says children should be seen and not heard. And we're talking about the ingredients that we put into the child. So, good, that's it. Any other one? Number 1 is what? It's a fact.
I don't know if to say yes or no. Because children got different in them.
Yeah.
I don't know. Your wings in a straight, but not across the table or not abusive home or nothing. You get everything you want. You get your mother say, don't when you're going forward, you're doing certain things and slow down. That child ain't living with her. And then you're back into who out there that's leading them. You might be 15, 16, but you walk this one man that may be 20, 25, but you tell yourself he's a boss boy, you know what I mean? And you just train good is a lot wrong. But that is what you want. You mother and your father carry you there, Lord. Your mother and your father showing you to come up in church, respect. What else to put there, to get the education that I think you really needed. You're pushing you to do, look at different things in life, like you want to do trade, you don't want to do that, you want to be right there with you.
Are you talking as a female, you talking about?
No, I find the young child to sit there and watch it really. I know people that walk, my father's a pastor, but that church, we're looking at church, do whatever, but then when you see church, it's so like, big man, your parent, as you said, you know, you're a big man.
All right, I understand what you're saying. I understand what you're saying, right? But I also tell you that if you squeeze a child too much, it's going to be opposite direction. It'll pop out. So you can be a good pastor and all that. But you still need to understand that you need the correct things, and you have the correct ingredients in that child and the right amount. You cannot expect to treat a 15-year-old child the same way that you had a 4-year-old child. To understand that the child needs to be out there saying things and you need to get them a little big. If you want to squeeze them and be rigid, each other pop out one time and move. So, you know, we can sit down here and say that the parents is this and the parents is that. And a lot of us pretend a lot very open in public. Behind closed doors, we behave like black cats and rats and behave. So, we are saying they get this and this. A lot of people just be bad behind doors.
And that's why I.
So, when the child don't want to gravitate towards 4 and 4 by company, you don't know what's happening behind closed doors. You don't know because the parents might take go home to school and learn and all. Tell the child to go to school and learn is one thing. But how you go about it, how you save that child moves with you. The communication we talk about, how did we do it with the child growing up? Because the child will rebel at some point in time if it wasn't done the correct way. You might want the best, but how you go about it might not be the best way. So therefore, you need to look at the process, how the parents went about it.
So when you were saying about a child that, you know, you see the child learning in this particular environment, right? And you tell yourself you're going to try to do best for this child where you're going to try to hurt the child, but hurt the child going to school, you're going to let school there. But you actually, the child going to live with somebody, you know, where you living in a really bad condition, and you know for sure this will be best for the children because the children get better here. But you know when these children then turn around and when they get older, the children go look at it like what the parents look at it sometimes. Parents, the children is throwing in your face, so you didn't want me to give you in by any day I live on the street. Or I better get another lodge and it was not working, I couldn't feed you. Don't make a difference. I mean, just believe that you don't want to do it.
That's why they made earlier. And when people live in a children's home or whatever, sometimes children will prefer to be in bad living conditions around their parents than in a home where they get food, water, shelter, and so on. That's how it is. But it's a process too. It depends on what age you are at and things like that. If you communicate with each other, it's going on to close to 12:30 and on the day looking at me and saying, boy, I want to go to the people place. But it's going to fall because it's going to make me start half an hour late.
Oh, I was there.
I start half an hour late. I ain't tired of that.
You don't have a choice. You have to come.
Let me just mention four quick points before I leave. Parenting styles. There are 4 parenting styles. One is called the autocratic parenting style. I know. Autocratic is like everyone know American politics is like a man like Donald Trump. a mom or a parent equal 10 parents who said, sit down there, come here, shut up and don't speak what I say goes. You know, children should be seen and not heard. You don't engage the child and ask the child's opinion. So those children tend to be aggressive, have problems in terms of self-control and so on. Right? That's autocratic parenting style. Big word, but you understand what it means. Then there's the authoritative parenting style, where you sit down, you talk to the child, you ask the child's opinion, they set rules, their boundaries, their guidelines, you know, where the child is involved in decision-making process, the child is shown love and affection. That child tends to be well-adjusted, good relationships, and so on, and generally progress well in life. Then there's the uninvolved, there's the permissive parenting style. Permissive basically meaning the child tends to do what he or she wants. I want to finish watching TV at 10 o'clock, then I'll finish walking. I'm ready to do anything. Rules and structure is not really rigid and put in place. Permissive. It's not really put in place. The child does not know boundaries, tends to do what they want. And the last one is what we call the uninvolved parenting style. I could always give from the coffee, sometimes they got that. Uninvolved where the children as their boyfriend, right? Because it's a lot of time, you have a problem, and then you want to know where the child is. You end up the child back to school, you don't check on the child. Those children are like off with brain chickens. Run all with this, here, let the neighbor back to this thing, to that, nobody knows what is happening. And therefore, sometimes some of those parents are parents who have drug issues, mental health issues, and so on. So therefore, can't do any better or don't do any better. Right? So those are the four main parenting styles. Right? And that, I think, I will end here for today. Thank you. That is 12:30. So, yeah, that is what I will do very end, and that will probably run up me a good audience. And I'll talk about this here. Oh, in that case, you work with me. You shared very well. I know that was very hard for you to share. And because I did not give to anyone, that doesn't mean that it's just that I didn't have for everybody. Rhonda will give to those who did. I gave it to the girl here. Right. I'm giving to I'm giving to one person next to the call. It's just that, that's just what I have. But those who don't get, don't feel no bad. It's just not token. Don't be bad with me.
Now, when you want to come out, for you gave it this.
Even before you had kids.
Oh, Johnny, that's pulling you right.
Don't touch my legs.
You don't want to call them, just pulling you right. Good afternoon.
When you were
You're talking area.
Good afternoon, sir. On behalf of myself, and my colleagues, thank you for the knowledge that you give us. And we appreciate it and want to come back to you.
No share.
I was asked by Paradox and Paradox might have like a class. all.
I am glad you all enjoyed today's session. As somebody said last week, we purposely did not put anything else. This session, we kept this session as one, free and entire. Remember, we're not finished with paragraphs. Paragraphs is coming back to us again. Alright? Next week now, we continue with parenting. But remember, next week we have Mr. Lennox. Well, I need to tell you all there are a few changes for next week. But Mr. Lennox Rochester, he's coming. And remember, he's going to be dealing with parenting children with special needs and mental disorders. Okay? Because not every child is the same, alright? And some have specific needs that need to be. Yes, Mr. Lennox Rochester, he's coming. Miss Marion Burnham, she's coming also. And she's going to be speaking on nutrition for you and your child. She's actually first. Now here's the thing. We are asking that we start at 9:45 next week. Which means that we have to be here for 9:30. So that we can start promptly for 9:45. Yes? So Marion is going to start first looking at nutrition for you and your child. Then we have Saul Leacock, and he's speaking about building strong and lasting parenting connections at every age and stage. Saul Leacock. Building strong and lasting parenting connections at every age and stage. I gave you all these free, right? Yes. So first you have Marion, then you have Saul Leacock, and then you have the Knox Rochester. I put it last, but he's going to take it long. He's going to take the long way. So that's what we put in for now. So Mr. Rochester is ready and raring for you all. Bear in mind that if you still have more questions after Mr. Rochester's presentation, he's coming back to us in March as part of the panel discussion. So if you don't get everything answered then, he's coming back, alright? So let's try to get here so we can start early, alright, and finish up close to on time as possible. We're finishing on time, but next week is literally 1 o'clock, because I know y'all will ask 10 million questions. We still will be here. What I will say to you is if we go a long time after 1, I'm going to have to leave and see y'all stop, but I'm going to have to leave y'all and go on. Alrighty, so I think we've had a great day today. Also, for those of us who have children in child care, I have a form that I've been asking you all to complete. It's a very short form, so please complete it and give it back to me before you leave. Alright? So to everybody, wishing you a wonderful afternoon. Those who are going to town, those who are going to Homecoming Festival, they don't know that next week is Agri-Fest. Yeah. So for those who are going to these auspicious places, be well, stay safe, and go get one more. She will send you one more form. So just complete it and just leave it. Alright. You'll get the same one that you have.
I got one. I got my car. Hello.
Friday.
I didn't get my car.
Oh, you didn't get one? That's two.
Not the two car. I did that for the leg.
You see that? That's really good. Somebody has you birthday.
Thank you very much. Good.